discovered what it's like to be in love's heart belonging to me. Mystery you are to me, but tough to read sometimes, you see. Join me now and make a start. Let me into your heart.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello for those of you joining me here for this video. So today I thought I would post a story time video because everyone seems to post little story times, and I never really thought that I'd be able to post one because I didn't think I had very exciting stories. But there's a few that have cropped up that I was just like, maybe I'll talk about this one. So I thought I would do a story of when I went to hospital. So when I was 4, we just moved into this area from where I was born. So I was born near London area, that sort of area, and we stayed there for about 4 years before we moved down to where we live now. And we had just moved into the house. I'm not sure, we might have been there a couple of days or so, maybe a week, I don't know. But they used to have, one second, these like sort of keys on the windows. I'm living in a different house now, but these sort of keys. And being a 4-year-old, you kind of don't know what you should and shouldn't eat. But basically what happened is my brother dared me to swallow one of these keys. So I thought, yeah, why not? Let's do the dare, because yeah, children are daring. They'll just do whatever they want to do. So what's wrong with swallowing a key? So I swallowed the key. This was probably like evening time, I'd say. Yes, say more evening time. So I swallowed the key. Didn't swallow it that time. And see, this is one part that I don't know. I don't know whether I swallowed it at evening, then went to hospital that evening, or whether I swallowed it in the morning and then... I think it was in the morning, so I swallowed the key in the morning, and then went downstairs like normal, and I kind of felt guilty that I'd swallowed it. So while my mum was loading like the dishwasher, I kind of like confessed to having swallowed the key, because I was like, oh, what happens if it is something potentially dangerous? So I confessed to swallowing the key, and then we ended up going to hospital, where I'm pretty sure they did an x-ray to see if it was there, to see if it would come out easily, because it could have been lodged somewhere. So they did the x-ray and they could see the key, and it was probably going down the right system, because I'm sure it wouldn't have been in the stomach already, but it was going the right way. So basically they said, well, there's nothing showing that it's going to be lodged somewhere, so there's no like potential dangers to it. And being a 4-year-old, I might have been in between ages. I think I was around 4 though. I was still doing like potty well, I think I was using the toilet at the time. Bit of poo talk. But basically they told me to poo in a potty and then obviously collect the key when it comes out. So nice story there. Parents digging through the poo to find a key. Probably not the easiest to find keys, because these keys are tiny. The camera makes them look bigger, but actually this is bigger than the actual key it was. So very tiny. And So I basically had to wait for the key to come out, basically. But I probably wouldn't say that I learned from swallowing stuff I shouldn't swallow, but I don't know. There's only actually, I think, 2 times that I've been to hospital. So I thought I'd talk about the other time. That was like really recently, so 2 weeks ago, I want to say 2 weeks ago. So I had been experiencing like right abdominal pain, which kind of normally indicates like appendix problems. I don't know that sort of area because the organs are in there. So I was kind of like scared that it was something to do with that. So I thought that it's probably wise to go get it checked out. Well, actually, I'd been experiencing it for 4 days, and I think my mum kind of got fed up, so she took me to hospital. And we went in through A&E, and they actually sent me through to the GP doctor in A&E, even though I'd seen the GP the day before. So I was like, oh, okay. But the GP kind of did everything that the GP before did, but he actually referred me up to the ward. I don't know what ward it was. To make sure it wasn't like my appendix and stuff. But I've also been having this problem with my tonsil. So he actually looked at that, and because it had been inflamed for a year, he actually referred me for that, which my doctors hadn't been listening to me about, even though I said it could. It's been like that for a year, it could be anything. So I got referred for that, which was good. But obviously we were focusing on my abdominal pain. So I went up to ward, and I had, I think, 3 different doctors check me out. 3 different doctors. 2 of them were nice and like really thorough, kind of like, yeah, doctors, what doctors do. And one of them, the second doctor, he was very, I want to say rude. It was rude, because I was with my mum, and I don't exactly look my age, because I'm 19. I wouldn't say I look 19, but he was basically, everything he was saying to my mum. He was looking at my mum. He wasn't looking at me, he was looking at my mum. He was on about an ultrasound, and he called it a bloody jelly scan. It's an ultrasound. Why? Why call it a jelly scan? I'm 19, I'm doing midwifery. I know what an ultrasound is, and please talk to me, mate. But anyway, so I went for this jelly scan, ultrasound, and they looked at kind of my ovaries, my colon, my, what's it called, spleen, and tried looking for my appendix. Obviously looked at my kidneys. And I think everything seemed fine. There was no indication that there was anything wrong with my appendix or anything. So I went back up to ward. This is another bit of the story. So when I was admitted to that ward, I got a cannula put in. So normally like a cannula goes in your hand, into one of your veins in your hands. But I was kind of looking at my hands, and she was looking at them, and we were just like, maybe we'll try that somewhere else. So she put it in my arm here, and she was taking blood from it using a syringe. As she took the blood out, and then was like syringing it into 3 little bottles, which is how you do take bloods from people. And she was syringing it in, and then on the final bottle, the kind of like needle the syringe popped off the needle. She was still squirting it, and it squirted all over the back wall. So imagine this wall behind me, it was like all over it. But it's the type of walls you can like just wash off quite easily. But it was so funny. My mum was sat like right near where it was splattered, but she didn't even manage to get splattered. It was so good. But that was funny. Kind of cheered me up a bit. Good way to cheer you up. And also I I got some fluids, which just make me feel a bit better. So I would say kind of, I just needed a day off, basically. So they found out that there wasn't really anything they could say that was wrong with me. So still don't know to this day what it was, but I don't know. I've heard of other people having the same problem. Sorry, I kind of just got disturbed while I was telling my story. I have no idea where I got to, and I don't know how this will patch up, so I might be repeating something. But basically, yeah, they found that there was nothing that they could indicate was wrong with me. So nothing really came out of that day, and I didn't really gain any information. The day after, the pain reduced, but I was feeling a lot poorlier in the sense of like sickness. But I was still feeling better in myself, and by the next day, the day after that, I was fine and back to normal health. But with this tonsil thing, I was given a date like really quickly to, it was the next week, to go get it checked out. So they basically looked at it and gave me 3 options. So they said they can leave it and monitor it. They can give me 3 months to make a choice, like come back in 3 months and have it taken out, or we can take it out ASAP. So basically I opted for it to get it taken out straight away. Still haven't had the appointment through to get it removed, but they said it could potentially be absolutely nothing, but there is like that 1% chance that it is something. So I'll get that removed soon. And all this kind of seems to happen as soon as I start uni. I started uni a year ago and my health seems to be a pain in the arse. But anyway, if you wanted to hear some more story times from me, please comment down below what you want to see. You can ask for absolutely anything. It doesn't have to be a story time. It could be you want to watch me do something, you want me to do a challenge, you want me to make something, you want me to do a how-to, you want me to do absolutely anything. You just ask. And please like this video if you liked my story, and subscribe down below to see more from me. Thank you very much. Bye.